Hey guys, welcome back to How To with Kevin. So as we continue to work on our lake house, where again, a lot of things needed done as soon as we bought it, started out with a lot of just fixing things. And one of the big things that we had was multiple doors with multiple keys. And this door in particular actually does not even work. What we wanted to do was, number one, not have all these separate keys, fix this one, and instead of getting a locksmith to come in and basically rekeying everything, so what we decided to do was use this Kwikset option, which has a smart key. And as long as your key fits into this lock, you can basically rekey the lock to fit your current key. And so what we've done is really replace one lock. Basically, it matches two of the other locks right now. This will be the fourth one. And again, so particularly because the locks that we have on this door and one of the other doors was sort of that brass looking, which not my favorite, but we couldn't upgrade the other door because of some decorations around the actual glass that is sort of gold looking, so we sort of kept that one. In the future, we may replace these doors completely, but for $15, this was a nice option to basically just get a lock on there that for this door actually works, and number two, get a lock on here that uses the same key. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do before you even get started is see if your current key will actually work, and it has to at least go in there. What we'll notice here, and again, this, I knew it would work because we used the same key on a different door already. Now, it won't turn it, and we'll show that once we get later on, but we do know at least the key goes in here, so we will have the option to rekey it. First things first is taking the old lock off, and just to sort of show you here, this bottom, obviously just the latch, so we don't have to do anything here. And so I wanted to get, again, this gold one to just match it. In the future, we'll probably replace all of this and maybe get rid of this brass, but again, for $15 for immediate things, well, we got other projects to work on, this is a good option for us right now. Okay, so with any basic lock, you're literally just taking the screws from the inside off. So let's go ahead and just take those out real quick. Okay, screws out. Old lock set is now out. So again, what did that take? All of 30 seconds. So the next thing we gotta do is just to take this out. And how we'll do this, we'll actually restart here. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is take the latch bolt and see if this is in the middle here, okay? You can clearly see from this that it is not, it is on the inside. And so what you'll do is you'll just rotate it up here and push it in. The other thing that you'll notice is there is an up, it says up here. That's the side that's gonna go up. So we're gonna go ahead and stick it in that way. And this, with that little twist there, we now have this in the middle, okay? Okay, so the next thing we want to do is just actually get this screwed back in so this plate is steady here. I'm actually using the old screws that were in here because they were a little longer than the other ones. And so the ones that came with the package were just a little shorter, and I just want to make sure that this doesn't get loose. So again, the old screws are fine to use here. Let's give it a good turn. Right, nice and tight, nice good fit. Okay, I went ahead and moved the door a little bit so we could see better. And what we're going to do is we want to take this rod here and get into. So again, this is this whole lock thing. So this is from the outside of the door, the exterior. And based on what I can see here, that arrow, the rounded part is on this left side and it's flat here. So you can probably see here that's flat. I guess I shouldn't show you a little bit better. See, there's a flat side. You just want to make sure so it goes easily through there. Okay, just like that. We want to make sure it does say Kwikset on the top. Okay, so let me go ahead and spin this back around. Okay, we're back onto the interior side of the door. Okay, so you have all the screws that you need. I guess maybe this is a good point to tell you that I am not being sponsored by this video. This is really just a solution that I used at my old house, and that was a few years ago. So maybe there's a different solution, but this again works really well for me, and so I just stuck with what worked before. All right, so same thing. You want to make sure that the rounded area is facing here. There's also note that there is a little dimple here because it's going to show locked. You can see you might be able to see it here. It says locked. It's a little dimple on top. And so what we're looking to do is to work this right on same notice, and you can see that pulled it out. Okay. The other thing, and we want that locked so we can get both holes so we have access to put the screws in. Now, the key here obviously is that you gotta hit, so let me take this off. You gotta work through to get to the back. So there's holes here, and then on the exterior lock, it needs to go through there directly. Okay, and so again, what you can do, I just wanna show you, just to make clear, that's where the screws go. So when you have this in, you want that to be so you want that, let me just to be clear here, you can take the screw, and if you're going right through, you're missing it. So what you can do is just take a look here, and again, my lighting is not great. Okay, so right here, once I pull it out and make sure those are in, I use my hand on the other side to keep it pushed in. So I take again the interior and I make sure that again it fits here. And I want that bolt facing the top. And then we're just again looking to get this as level so that it's going through. And then boom, feel the tightness. That's one, I got one started. I like to take the second before I push it all the way in. Make sure, there we go. Okay, and again, do I know? Yes, if I pull, they're not coming out, so I know I got to the other side. Okay. All right, so the lock is on. That's part of what we're looking to do here. And did I say again, I'm not being sponsored for this video? This is purely just something that I've used and want to make sure that you guys know it's an option. Again, you could call a locksmith. I'm sure if a locksmith watching this, they're probably like, call a locksmith, don't use this. But however, a little bit cheaper per lock. For sure. Okay, so you can see that works. It's going through the existing strike plate, which I did not put a new one in because I already had one there and it's fine. Okay, so save a little bit of time. You can just sort of use that. And if you feel like you need another strike plate onto the actual frame, they give one to you. Again, I didn't need to use it because it works just fine. Okay, all right, so this obviously is only part of what we talked about. All right, so what I wanted to show you is the current key that I want all of my locks to use goes through, like we checked at the beginning, does not turn the lock. What does work is the key that comes with it, right? Because it's like getting any new lock, okay? But that's obviously not what we want. Otherwise, we would have bought any other lock. This one, we decided to buy the Kwikset with the SmartKey so that we could rekey the lock so that the key that we want to work works versus doing it the other way around. So this is the actual little SmartKey device that we're going to, I'll show you how to use. It does come with these directions. And just for myself, I constantly will look at them just to make sure I'm doing it right, because there is an order to do this. Okay. Okay, so to get started, you're going to take the key that came with the lock, again, the one that works. Okay, and we want to put it in a lock position. Okay, take that out. And then following the instructions, we're going to rotate this current key to 90 degrees. Okay. At this point, we're going to take the smart key, and there's a little slot here, right above where this key is. I don't know how well we can see it here, but right above the current key, there's a little slot. We're going to stick that in there, okay? Again, I always like to look at these directions just so I know. And you want to just should go all the way. Again, it doesn't go that far, just up to this, where the bend becomes. So right into here. Once you get it all the way in, take it out, pull out the current key, the key that came with the kit, and don't change anything. Then we're going to take the key that I wanted to work, we're going to put that in there. Again, following the directions, make sure it's all the way in, and that's one thing the directions do tell you. You're going to take it 180 degrees, so all the way around, so still flat, but just all the way around. Then you're going to take it and pull it out, okay? Next, just to make sure it works, that's the new key. Okay. And what you could do is just double check that the old key doesn't work anymore if you want to do that. So again, these are the ones that came with the kit. I put that in there, it doesn't work. Okay. So we put the new key in again, so now I have a key that's working for multiple locks. I don't have to have all these different keys to flip around on my key ring. Did not do a locksmith. $15 for a key, saved a little bit of money. And there you go, pretty simple, right? And again, I know you guys are looking at that water, and so that's it. Just a real easy way to put a new lock on, and it matches your current keys. Again, this Kwikset SmartKey set, perfect. $15, matched what I wanted to put in here. Again, a little different. You can see the design, I'm gonna rub that out a little bit. But again, this door is probably one that'll be replaced. I don't love this brass look. However, it is what it is. All right, let me put my regular glasses back on. And I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please like it. And because this is just one project of many at this lake house that we recently got, there is more to come. The list is long. Again, this is one that's checked off, but more things that we're going to do here. A lot of things just getting it to work and fix. But eventually we're going to upgrade and update things. So there's a lot of things that we have planned on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. You know, definitely leave comments. Let us know what your thoughts on things. Again, if you're a locksmith, you're probably not liking this video, and that's okay. But for me, again, this is a good option, and I hope it could be a good option for you too. Again, not sponsored, just something that I've done in the past with the Kwikset SmartKey lock set, and it's a really convenient and sort of an economical way to basically reduce it to one key, so you don't have 50 keys on your key ring. So anyways, thanks again for watching. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Take care.